Yeah, honestly, that's my favorite activity in the weekend. Just getting up really early, getting a nice coffee, then walk across like the library and see everyone study there in the windows, and you're like,
I don't have to do that.
ciao. See ya. I'm gonna enjoy my weekend.
You have to lead yourself. You go for what you want to learn. You have to start your own project.
A lot of people were asking me, how are you doing? Are you okay? Like, everyone is really here for you, so you can really share your thoughts, or if you're stressed or not, if you want to work more, less. That is the best thing about the program.
All right, today a really cool episode, to be honest. Welcome, friends. Super happy to have you in the podcast today.
Happy to be here.
It's a topic I've been really wanting for the podcast for a long time already, so I'm happy to be joined by Berk and by Petra today. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, thank you for inviting us.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. Maybe we can start with the introduction of you, the both of you.
Yeah,
You want to
sure.
start?
Yeah. So I'm Petra. I come from Croatia. I studied there computer science. I had my bachelor's and master's degree there, and I used to work in like some student jobs, but I never really got a great job that I really liked. So, and I always wanted to move abroad, like go on Erasmus or something, but Corona came, so it was like not really doable.
Mhm.
And then I met one girl in a wedding randomly in Croatia, and she told me about Bol, and yeah, I applied, so I came here a year ago.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's a cool story.
Nice. Does she also work at Bol?
Yeah, she still works here.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, she was very enthusiastic, like, oh, it's such a nice company. We have this young professional program for people that don't have that much experience.
Mm.
Well, I was that person, so yeah, I applied. She helped me a bit, like gave me some advice, but yeah, it was a nice process.
Oh,
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Really awesome. How's it for you?
Yeah, I moved to the Netherlands 10 years ago now. It
Ah.
has been a while for my bachelor's. And then I did my master's as well here. And then I was looking for a job. I thought I had a good one. And apparently it wasn't for me. I kind of figured that out quite quickly. And then in the meanwhile, I was contacting all my friends. Hey, like, you're good. You guys are in good companies. Can you recommend me? One of them was in Bol. She's still here as well. She's a tech lead in AVB. So I got recommended, and now we're here. Yeah.
That's really cool. So both for a year now at Bol?
Yeah, we joined together.
Slightly longer than a year.
Yeah, in March last year.
All right, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So you both mentioned young professionals.
Yeah.
Nice bridge.
Nice bridge.
Maybe you can elaborate a little bit on what that is.
Yeah, so it is a 2-year program for young people on the start of their career. So after university, before you work for too long in the industry, so up to 1 year you can apply. And this program offers a lot, of course, a lot of guidance, a lot of trainings, and like self-development. We can also talk about that later on, but it's has this whole community in Bol.
Mhm.
Also, we have blogs which we can join, like training blog, networking blog, PR blog, onboarding blog, where we meet other people and we organize stuff.
Oh, wow. Some sort of internal committees or what?
Yes, yeah, communities. Like Bol has a lot of them, but these are ones in young professional program.
Wow. That's super cool. And like young professional, does it mean you have to be super young, like Gen Z thingy, or is this
No,
everyone?
not
No, you don't.
necessarily.
No, I'm 29.
Still young.
Still young at heart. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's
No, it's just about after graduating, you don't have that much
I
experience,
see.
sort of deal. It's like a bridge between university and career.
Yeah, so indeed, like just a graduation program.
Exactly.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it gives an opportunity for people, like, because now it seems like everyone is asking people with experience, like, you can join our company on junior position, but with 4 years of experience.
Yeah, it's so
this
crazy.
is,
Yeah.
an amazing opportunity for
Yeah.
graduates. Yeah.
Fully agree. Yeah, it's cool to see. So you guys are from the same class, you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what does that mean? Like, how does the program handle these things?
Yeah, every 6 months we get a new batch of YPs. So in March and September,
Mhm.
and we hire, I think, 10 now,
Yeah.
more than 10. I'm not sure.
We were 8.
We were 8. Our
But
batch was 8.
Before us, it was more. It was
Yeah,
15 maybe. So
Yeah.
Wow.
it
Yeah.
depends on the
it depends on the
batch.
batch, I guess, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's-
And like when we joined, we had an amazing onboarding, they took us to Hague for 3 days, like to get to know each other. Yeah, it was a nice bonding time. Also, there were trainings in the beginnings. So first maybe 2 months, it was trainings every week, like technical and some soft skills and getting to know the company better.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It also sounds like a pretty great community if like in the first 2 months you do some sort of, well, a lot of onboarding things, getting to know each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because do you guys work in the same teams as well, or is it then spread without in the company?
I don't know if there are YPs in the same team. I don't think so, but it can be in the same craft. But yeah.
Yeah, the idea is that everyone goes in like different team through the company. So for example, I'm in security.
I'm in logistics.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Different world.
Yeah. And also, it's not that you come to this team and have to stay forever. There is a possibility of team switch after a year, which is really nice. So you can choose something else, see if you're interested in something new. Like for me, I stayed in my team because I really like that field, security. So I got lucky that in my first shot, I got where I wanted to be. But I know people who are switching. So.
How's that for you, Berk?
Same here. I also stayed in my own team. You get the opportunity to switch after 1 year, but I chose not to. I really like what we work on. We work on the BRC, the return center.
Okay.
And it's quite fun. Return flow. Yeah.
I think as long as you I think the impact of the program is like continuous learning, get out of your comfort zone, these kind of things, right?
Exactly.
So it's super cool to be able to make this decision yourself as well, like not even as a traineeship, for example, not bashing on traineeships, but that you have to follow some sort of path, and it feels like you can really define your own path.
Yeah, I would say like YP-ship is really you have to lead yourself. You go for what you want to learn. You have to start your own projects and
Yeah.
How does that work for you? Do you like that mentality of like, if you want to do something, go get it? Or
I really like if you just give us the opportunity, I think everyone really wants to push for something great. So I really like that. Really.
Yeah. And YP program gives us 20% of our time we can spend on developing. So Fridays usually it's time to like watch some tutorials, do a project with other IPs. I don't know, like whatever. Read a book. So it's a nice time that we got for ourselves.
Wow,
sounds like
we even have a book club.
Yeah,
book club.
Yeah. Recently I started again the book club. It was gone for a while, so. We order books, so we agree on which book we want, and then every few weeks we have a meeting and we talk about it. So in a few months we read one book, and it's still going, so I'm really glad.
Oh, that's nice.
What was the last book you've read?
With YPs.
Yeah.
It was How to Win Friends, Influence People.
Yeah,
it is. We read one technical. We also read Pragmatic Programmer, and then one more like self-development.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it was. After that, we were like,
let's do non-technical one today.
Yeah. You have to diversify a bit. Yeah.
What is the other one? You also have some blue domain-driven development book or something, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's always like the one that developers always say, you should read it once, but I don't know when, because it's really, really deep.
It's intense. Yeah, you can maybe have the summary.
Yeah, it works better than melatonin, I think. That's crazy. But nice. So you have a lot of these initiatives to get the inspiration and passion and energy high of the program.
Yeah. Also, there is a lot of outings, team buildings. In the blogs I mentioned, we have a networking blog. I was part of that, and we organized gatherings like a boat trip, picnic, barbecue. So where all the YPs can come and hang out, and it's very nice.
It's like you're at university again, party.
It's a bridge from university to careers. You got to party a little.
Definitely,
yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Today they're going on a picnic.
Oh, really?
Are you missing out?
Yeah, I'm missing out, unfortunately, but next time for sure.
Oh, wow, nice. Yeah. That's really cool. And how did you guys experience, because for myself it was quite hard, being in university, just doing random stuff on Wednesdays, I don't know. And then, you have to work tomorrow, right? Because now you're in a corporate
Tomorrow
position.
is weekend.
True. Good point. Okay. Oops. You're not
Yeah,
working
but
on
I
Saturdays?
get what you mean. Yeah, I mean, I personally, I'm energized when I socialize in these events. So I think I work even harder the day after. So well, it depends how much you had to drink.
Yeah. Okay. I
But
see.
yeah, don't go extreme, I guess.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
not only like the drinking part, but more on like it's different than the setting you used to have in university, right? Like having a job right now.
Yeah.
Was that hard for you, or was it an easy switch?
For me, it was easy because now I only work for 8 hours a day, and in university I had to work the whole day. Like
Even the weekend sometimes.
yeah, like I never had weekends before. So for me, working
Freedom.
is easier than university.
Okay.
Of
Yeah.
course, there is no like vacation that is that long. I don't have a whole summer for myself, but still, it's really nice. And ball really gives that work-life balance. So for me, it was an easy switch. And also with this whole community, it still feels like a bit of university vibe, but we just have these hours that we work and then it's done. So I'm really happy with that transfer.
That's really cool, because honestly, like from a lot of friends that are still studying, I always hear this like, oh, I'm so scared whenever real life starts, right? Oh, you have to start working for a job. So this sounds perfect that you
Yeah.
guys found
It's for sure. I would say it's much easier. Like I mentioned, like I coded so much in the weekends when I was studying, and now the weekend is a weekend actually, because you already did your work.
I know we had to do some, let's say, assignments, and it was Friday. I was like, yeah, I'm done with my assignments, and then I realized till Sunday I have to do 2 more. And
Oh no.
yeah, and now so people after graduating should be looking forward for a job.
Yeah, I'll send you some homework tomorrow. But nice though. So looking at the program, I'm just curious, like you guys are both a year in now.
Yeah.
What is the thing that you think, if someone is still in doubt or is interested in the program, what do you think is the most cool, awesome thing, or the thing you like most from the program?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, you have so much to pick from, right?
Yeah, so much.
Yeah.
For
Go
for
ahead.
me, well, it's the support we got. Like I feel a lot of people were asking me, "How are you doing? Are you okay?" Like my manager, the YP coordinators, people from the blogs, everyone is really here for you, so you can really share your thoughts, or if you're stressed or not, if you want to work more, less. That is the best thing about the program. Like I feel I'm part of something. I'm not just thrown into a company and like do your thing. We don't care. So, but I believe the whole company is nice, but also you're part of the community the moment you join. If you join young professionals.
Yeah,
so that's nice. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I think indeed, when you start, there is really zero expectations, and that lifts a heavy weight. I personally had that. Like I was like, okay, university. Now you have a master. Now you got into ball. You got to perform. You got to show. And then in the beginning, you don't know anything. You don't know anything about the domain in ball. You don't know about maybe the technologies that you're working with. Having zero expectations in your team, it supports you so much that it's like a safe environment for growth and learning. So that was really great.
Yeah, but to emphasize it, it is not like still the there are indeed no expectations when you're hired, right? Like we're still looking for high potential, so that's definitely a compliment to you as well.
Yeah, exactly.
but
that's a good thing to clear up.
It's not like I'm just gonna do some random stuff, but indeed, like it's a really safe environment, I think. So cool to hear that, Nalo.
Yeah. And the hiring process, what you said, like also was really nice. It wasn't that technical. It was a bit, but it's more like they wanted to see how eager we are to learn, how curious we are, how like do we have this business side. So I like that because that's a direction I want to go in. So this was like a perfect fit. So
that's nice.
People should know that as well
when
joining.
Is that also something they're really emphasizing on? Like, where do you see yourself? Oh, that's always the stupid question. Where do you see yourself in X years? Or do they really aim for you to have some sort of goal setting and development ideas of like, okay, this is what I want to pursue?
Yes. Because like in the beginning, I remember the YP coordinator came to me and said, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And yeah, Issa, like, and which mentor would you like to have? Like, who do you look up to? And then I really like thought about that. So yeah, they really push us to try and aim, like go in the direction that we want.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think the program is aimed for the young professionals to be the next generation, the leaders of tomorrow, so to say. So indeed, they expect us to be leaders, I guess.
Yeah.
And how are you helped in your growth to a leader?
Well, we have the whole program of self-development through these 2 years. Like every few months we gather with the trainers, and for example, the last time it was how to work in a team, like communication,
synergy of the team.
Feedback, and it was really fun. We had it in the office. We played some games. We're like in the 2 teams, and it was really nice. And we had a lot more before, not even always in the ball. Sometimes we went somewhere else, and like once we stayed for 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Stay
That's
aware.
nice. Yeah, but it's also pretty cool that you're doing it. So you're doing this together with your class.
Yes, with our class.
And the batch before us.
Okay.
Sort of mixed. Also the community feeling again, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's super nice.
Yeah.
You also mentioned mentors here, or people who are helping you. Can you tell a little bit about that? How does that work for you?
Well, in my team, when I joined, I immediately got a mentor, a buddy, a person that I can ask anything. Of course, I can ask anyone anything, but this was a nice thing for someone who is like a bit shy or is afraid to ask some senior engineer something. Now you know, okay, this is a safe person. You can ask him something. And yeah, I got that. Also in the YP program, I got a buddy that I could ask anything about the company, about the program, like advice on housing, like anything. So that was also nice. And all the coordinators I mentioned, they're always here for us, always sending emails like, we're doing a checkup on you and so on. Yeah,
super nice.
Yeah, for me, I didn't have a mentor specific person, but I guess I was really, really lucky because I had 2 ex-YPs or old Ps in my team, and those were the only engineers. I was the 3rd one, so they knew what I was going through and my experience or my anxiety points really well. So they just supported me with those.
Yeah, it's just always really stunning for me to see like how certain, a lot of the YPs, because I don't know, sometimes it might be a different topic to touch upon, but sometimes when you talk to someone one-on-one, they always mention, I feel some sort of imposter syndrome, or it was hard to get along in this community, or to really look up to someone and having the feeling of, am I also at this point in like where I am in my career? But if you look at it and if you hear from like outsiders of the community of how they look at the program, you always hear this of like, it's crazy how much these young talents can just do within like the first 2 years of their career. And I think that also really shows the power and why we have this program, right? Yeah. So that's really cool to see also your growth. Like for me, it feels way longer that you guys are at the company.
Yeah, for sure. The first couple of months, I thought, I will never manage this. How will I ever do this? And then, that imposter syndrome sort of started to chip away through each ticket that I work on, each task. Every time I had to contact a different team for, API things, it just slowly faded away.
Yeah, for me, it helped a lot talking to my manager. He was really supportive. Every time I felt that, like, oof, I'm not doing well or something, he would always be like, yeah, it's okay. Like, I really felt safe here. So, it was really nice journey.
Yeah, definitely.
So can you guys tell me what a day in your life looks like? Or a week maybe even.
Yeah, maybe in a general sense, I'll cover it. So like for me, Tuesdays, Thursdays is the office day, and the 3 are remote. And those days that I'm at the office, usually we have aligning with the team or our customer. So we have a lot of meetings in those days usually. From marketplaces where we discuss refine tickets, to retros, how the sprint went, and etc. And usually the other days I try to focus a bit more on practically coding and getting the features done. But sometimes you still have to align with the right people. You have a concern or whatever, so you have to call. And everyone's really accessible. So it really works out. And if I'm at the office, around 3 o'clock, we do Yap and Pour.
Okay,
It's like
what's that? What?
It's a new initiative from YPs. We take about 15 minutes, 20 minutes off from our day to just check in with each other, how each other's week is going, if they are frustrated with something, and just check in and have fun.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Get a cup of coffee, go out into the sun if there is any.
Everybody should do that, actually.
Yeah,
I think a good idea.
And it's in our calendar, so it's really convenient.
Even in schedule.
Are a lot of people attending?
Oh well, sometimes like
Yesterday we had 5 or so.
5, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But it depends. Sometimes there needs to be a little push, but there is a space for that, so that's great.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also like not everyone works at the office at a certain day, so that's quite nice.
Yeah, but that is the initiative of networking block,
Yeah.
for example. Yeah, so.
So can we dive deeper into, like you mentioned, the blocks a couple times?
Yeah. So as I said, networking block is doing that kind of thing, like getting people together, like so they share their experiences, hang out, and so on. And as I already said, I was in training block as well as.
How many blocks are there?
4 blocks.
I'm interviewing her now.
Good one, I like it.
Yeah. And what I like about training block is that it's really serious block, and we have meeting every Friday, half an hour, but also we'll do like little projects on our own. So now we are introducing some new trainings, which requires us to contact the trainers, think about the topics we would present, how long will it take, which dates, what is our timeline. So for me, now I'm leading one of those little projects. So it is like a nice, like a different kind of work that I also do here. It's not only technical coding, also communicational skills. Organizational, yeah. So I really like that. And you are in PR block now, right?
Yes, we are in. I am in PR block. PR block. We try to get the YP name of the YP out there in Bol and external, mostly in Bol. We want everyone to know how powerful we are.
Good one.
Yeah, it's also for of course for YPs as well. We design merch for YPs, and it's just about awareness about the program, I guess.
Yeah,
You
that's
go
really
to
cool.
universities, right?
We also go to universities sometimes. That's one of the things that we do. Yeah.
But I love that you guys are also working on the program. It's also being made by the YPs themselves.
Yeah.
That's cool.
YPs for YPs. YP for YP. Yeah.
Right. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, but it's also cool because you really, what you mentioned, you really learn these skills as well. That sometimes in certain jobs, if you're an engineer, just code your way around, right?
Yeah.
So it's cool that you get the challenges, but also opportunities to do so.
And I know some people who are aiming to be managers one day. They can take a role of, let's say, coordinator of a training block. And then you have to work more on those kind of things. So organizing everything, talking to other coordinators, to coordinators of the whole young professional program and higher. So it's a great thing. Maybe I'll do that soon.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Yeah, so in this program, there is a lot of fields to learn. It's not only technical skills.
Yeah.
So
I think that's also really cool that you've been given the space to do so, right? It feels like no one asks questions of like, hey, you guys are in the podcast right now. You should spend some time on this MR or something.
Yeah. No, indeed. You're given the space. You're given the time. You lead yourself mostly. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Hard question, but is there something you still miss from university, or this is like your?
Actually, was on my campus yesterday. I looked around and I saw how people were acting. So I did not miss any of it, I think. But one thing that I found early when I started working was exactly this freedom that you're mentioning, because university is quite straightforward. So there's an assignment. You gotta finish that. You will get a good grade or bad grade. It's a very nominal, like it's a quantity, as is, you know. And work environment is a bit more free and a bit more looser in that sense. So you don't get a grade on an MR. So or on your organizational skills. So it's always a learning process, and you just have to accept that you got to get slowly better, and there's always better.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, the only thing I miss is like studying with my friends in the library. But
What?
I don't know. I thought I was gonna hate it. Like I always, when I was there, I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I can't wait to finish. But now I miss the thing I hated the most. So
I see.
Funny how that works.
Everything else, like the young people, we have it here. So it's not like I miss that part. Only actually I realized that I like studying, so that's what I miss.
But you're part of the training block, right? So you can
that's why I joined actually, because I
can
have
still
some ideas
organize let's go to the library. You have a library here as well.
Yeah, good idea actually.
In the weekends.
In the weekends maybe.
I think they like. Yeah, honestly, that's my favorite activity in the weekend. Just getting up really early, getting a nice coffee, then walk across like the library and see everyone study there in the windows, and you're like,
I don't have to do that.
See ya. I'm gonna enjoy my weekend.
Go back again.
That's painful. Crazy. But like, all coding and all cool things aside that we mentioned, what are the actual perks that you're here for? And I don't mean it that weirdly, but I mean, what is the things that also pulls you in, or you think is really valuable that we provided to the YPs as well, next to learning?
Yeah, we have 29 days of vacation.
That's good.
It's a lot of days. So you said, I think you mentioned you didn't have a summer break, but there's sort of a summer break right there.
Yeah. It's a lot of vacation days, I think, and also 8 weeks working abroad, which is great for me because I'm from Croatia, so I go there during summer, so I can like work abroad a bit, then took some holiday. Like it's nice. So that is a good thing about the program. That's really cool. And the ball.
What else?
That's always hard, right? If
it's always hard.
Give a couple points, and you're like,
I need another. I need 3.
Okay.
Nice. We bought some time.
I don't know. Now we have to.
Well, some perks which are in Bol, like given, that we can get a home office. So they will give us a table, a chair, a monitor. They will pay for Wi-Fi, so which is great because now I have in my spare room my little office.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Because how did that work for you for the relocation? You came from Croatia, right?
Yeah, I came from Croatia, and Bol helped me with the move. They found me a house, like an agency, so we found a house together. And for the home office, I just ordered it and they delivered it and they set it up. So it was really easy.
Sweet.
Nice.
And but the whole process of moving was really nice. When I came, I didn't have a house already. So they gave me an apartment where I could live for 6 weeks. And I think everyone gets that who joins Bol, who lived abroad. So
it's a really nice chair, by the way.
You got a discount code for it.
Discount code. Berk.
Is Berk 20? Nice. And what's next? Like, what's after 2 years? Like, what does because you mentioned it's 2 years the program.
Yeah. Then it's graduation.
Yeah.
We give a little presentation for everyone to see like what we did for the last 2 years, and then the real work begins.
The real work has already begun, but
no,
then you're an old P, and you're still alumni. You know, you're still once a YP, always a YP. So.
True.
You can choose. You can stay in your team, or you can maybe then switch again, go find another team. And because already now you met a lot of people, you know a lot of people from the program as well. Someone can say, oh yeah, you should join my team, we do this. So we'll see in a year what will happen.
So but Tim, you were also a YP.
An OP pretty nicely, right? I kept it pretty secret for a while.
So I was for you after 2 years.
Really good, actually.
What can they expect?
Not much.
Is it going to get better?
No, it's not a big difference. So I think for me, like I really love the 20% time that you could really do these side initiatives. Well, one is this, like that I always feel the freedom in Bol that we can do anything as long as it adds any value or you adds to your personal growth. And I think that as a YP, even if you graduate, should be a no-brainer. Like always keep your eyes open for like, where can I add some sort of value, or what do I think is important, or just for myself or my team or any other random team. And I don't know, I think if you do that as a YP, it really boosts like these kind of initiatives. And it brings a lot of cool things. Like if I see some alumni, for example, what they're doing in the company or what roles they already have, I'm like, wait, what? You used to be a YP as well? Yeah, I think that's super cool. It's just some sort of energy together with the high willingness of just to keep learning. And I think, I don't know, something magical though. I like it. So no tips, just keep doing what you do.
Great.
So just imagine if you would like to, well, be in the program, right? How did you guys get hired, and what was the process around it?
So for me, I applied. Then HR person reached to me, and we just had a little chat. And then after that, they sent some like tests. It was a
Coding challenge. And
coding challenge and IQ test, I think. Then I had a cultural interview. Like we just talked for an hour. It was a really nice talk. And then a technical interview where we talked about some business case that we wanted to solve, and also the coding challenge. And for me, it took a month and a half, maybe.
Wow, that's long. For me, it was exactly 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Very
quick.
That's quick.
I think you applied later than me. So
Maybe,
yeah, they took my time. yeah. But I remember it was Friday, and I think on like next week it was Christmas, so it was not like everyone was off. And we had the last interview on Friday, and I asked them like, when are you going to know? Am I hired? Because they really wanted it. And they said, oh, sorry, after New Year's, because now everyone is off and we have to think, we have to talk to all the managers, HR. I'm like, oh, okay, but it would be such a nice present if I know now. And they were like, yeah, sorry, and we're so sorry. And in half an hour, they sent the proposal.
Wow, so it was a Christmas present after all.
Cool.
Wow.
Nice. So I was really happy. And that was last Christmas.
For me, it was the exact same process. Of course, you don't do separate processes for different people. But I must say, I've interviewed with a couple of companies before Bol, and usually it took 1 month, maybe slightly more than that. I was really surprised that it was from the first contact moment. It was exactly 2 weeks for me.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I knew. It was.
But I recommend to anyone applying that they should apply early. So, that because there is a lot of applications, so people will fill up their spot.
Yeah.
And also to like search a bit about the company, the values, and also to be prepared. Of course, have some technical skills, coding skills from university, but I think the person who applies has that. And also to be like open-minded and communicative, and it will be okay.
Yeah, definitely. Don't panic too much about it, indeed.
Don't panic is the most important part.
Yeah, sometimes you read these horror stories of bigger companies. I'm not going to call out names, but you can Google with it. Pun intended. And they do these interviews, right, where people are just, they're just scared for it. Like they're full blogs for it, because it is really competitive space. That's not what we're doing here. So just for people listening in and thinking of it, just sign up if you think this is a cool one. And actually a nice takeaway. The position opened last week, so we are hiring again.
Yeah.
Okay, might be good to mention.
Even we are also in the interviews now.
Young
professionals. So maybe we'll be there.
Nice.
I wanted to add one more thing. That the interview process, everyone that you talk to, like you mentioned, no one is intimidating. There is always like just a conversation.
Yeah.
Of course, they are assessing if it's a good fit or not in the meanwhile, but it never is, hey, give me this answer or you'll die.
No, we're not gatekeeping.
It never is like that.
Yeah.
No,
and
cool.
for our cultural fit. I remember they saying, just be yourself, just be yourself, just be honest. I'm like, okay.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like the recruiter that hired me back in the days, he didn't like it that I said it, but it was just the way we had our conversations. During my recruitment time, we had more chats about football and soccer than on like the position, and it was super nice because culturally we clicked so well that it just felt really obvious to dive into, okay, but who are you really, what would you like to pursue? Because I think that's also crazy important, right? That you open up instead of being like can I say this, can I not say it? So it says a lot about
what's
the community.
allowed,
Definitely. Awesome, guys. I think this really shows how cool the community and the program is, and I'm really excited to have a look at your graduation in a year from now.
Yeah, well, slightly less,
Awesome. I'm gonna look forward to like the nice puns and the how did you break production for the first time kind of stories.
Did I actually yet?
No, you should still do it then.
I'll do it the last day
You
before
have time. You have time.
No, super awesome. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and feel free to hop on after your graduation. Careers where your careers are going.
Yeah, we'll
then
do a next one.
We do a podcast after graduation.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.